that sucks.
She's getting so big. Look at those cheeks. I just want to... We made one good-looking kid. Nice work. You sure she didn't just fart?
Predict something's not right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sarah. Hey. Right. Check fire. Now. Stand by to engage.
Thank God.
They bombed the exit! Move! It's going after the files! What the?
There's Optimus. Here! I got it! Defense Secretary Keller. Authenticate emergency action. Black. Same cop.
He's behind us! Shoot that motherfucker! Oh!
Scramble. Push to kill mark.
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
We're gonna get 20, 30 miles out of these things.
Planes for air cover and get blackout.
Raptor.
Provide air cover and vector...
It's Starscream! Coming! Anybody hurt?
Bumblebee. Get up!
Talking about they shot at us!
F-20. Come on!
November Victor, 1.2 clicks.
Richard, fire!
Back! We need air cover down here, now!
Help me with this.
You want a piece of me?
Sir! I take that and wrap it around the base and then put it around his neck.
Okay, there's a tall white building with statues. All right, I need you to take this.
No, I'm not leaving.
You need to go.
No, I'm not leaving.
Get your boy with precious cargo. Headed.
Eps, where are those planes?
I'm really glad I got in that.
Decepticons!
Get out of here, now!
Deserve to live. They deserve. Be silent.
That's...
They're not gonna get me.
Boy!
Okay, this isn't go.
Jack.
The tank is definitely...
You fleshling. Give me the ults.
Risk your life to protect Megatron. You must push the... Lose!
His targets will be marked.
Time on target, 20 seconds.
F-20.
Take off! Stay on.
Arthur! Sam!
Hold up.
Sam, I owe you. Couldn't save him. Oh, Brad. Your bravery.
No.
Gentlemen, the Bozdov. The Lorraine coupled with sub-freezing temperatures.
Works.
Wow!
Pagano, el letrero por poco me rompe el...
Oh, mother... What the hell? Move it! Quick, cover the rear! Papa, where's your papa? Papa! Cell phone!
At all. I'm going to ask you...
Pocket!
Out of his gold package.
No, I don't want a premium!
Give me a status. The call to the nearest AWAC.
Man, if you seen this shit...
The whiskey at time 03.
1 Alpha.
Send the Hawk, sir.
Okay, sit down.
7-man team, no... Attack direction west!
On Dark Star status.
They're incoming! Lay target! Ready, heat's coming! B2, use 105 shells. Get a medic!
I want them debriefed and tied up.
There's only one.
I've had the worst day ever. I've been... So get out of the car. Get your car.
Oh.
Okay. No! No!
217!
I don't know what you're talking
Are
about.
you the bosses?
No! Here he comes! Get in! Go, 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 go! Oh my God! Trust me, he's a kick. The car won't start.
It's a robot. It's probably Japanese. I don't think it wants to hurt us.
You were the strange.
So you...
Message from Starfleet.
Rocky inanimate.
What are you, like an alien or something?
Questions you want to ask?
50 years from now when you're looking back at...
These cars are pretty good. I'm not gonna sit in that seat.
Well, maybe you should sit in my lap.
Move. me like this super advanced robot.
No, that doesn't work. Come on. What?
Times cooler than Armageddon. Did you guys just give me a space rock? What are you doing out here by yourself?
Descendant of Archibald Witwicky, Prime. We are
What's cracking, little bitches?
What is that? How do
a
you...
weapons specialist. Ironheart in my cannons.
Yep, second and none.
Spark. And we must... Powerful empire. Leader of the Decepticon. And the Allspark Captain Witwicky found him.
Mojo, this is Mojo. He's a pet of mine.
I terminate.
No, he's not a robot.
Foot. Let's go. Just hurry.
Okay, he's in the kitchen.
You didn't even ground him.
Short.
They really want those glass.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. You should check this whole. That's
You just told me to look.
I didn't. What now? I mean, this is my backyard, not a truck stop.
Under there, man. Who's gonna pay for that?
Oh no! This is my
Oops,
mother.
have the glasses.
I know you need the glasses. 10 minutes, okay? Please, I'm begging you.
Autobots, fall back.
Please.
Really strong meeting. Barking. Okay. I lost him.
All right, we've got him pinned.
Stop! What? Okay.
Put him in a... I want that...
Optimus, a Bumblebee without harming the humans.
Chinese and the Russian.
You know the cube is here.
Get everyone!
You gotta take me to my car.
You know, but I don't know.
You just want to sit here and wait and see what happens.
Alien war going on and you're gonna shoot me?
No, we didn't. I'm gonna count to 3.
Losing's really not an option for them.
Okay. Hey.
It's here. The Decepticons are coming. Just back up a little bit. Here, come with me. We're gonna take you to the Allspark.
He doing something. Other hangar. Mission City is 20.
This place must have some kind of...
This is an old Army radio con. When we get to the city, we're gonna find a radio of it.
Get out of here!
Seatbelt on.
Where is the key? You fail me yet again.
We're live.
Where them find them?
You're getting a
Huh? Can you hotwire?
Okay, I'll do it. Turn it around.
There's Optimus.
Here! I got it!
Defense Secretary Keller. Authenticate emergency action. Black.
Same cop.
He's behind them! Shoot that motherfucker! Oh!
Scramble. Push to kill mark.
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
We're gonna get 20, 30 miles out of these things. Planes for air cover and get blackout.
Raptor.
Provide air cover and vector.
It's Starscream! Coming! Anybody hurt?
Bumblebee, get up!
Talking about they shot at us.
F-20. Come on!
November Victor, 1.2 clicks.
Richard, fire!
We need air cover down here now.
Help me with this.
You want a piece of me?
Sir.
I take that and wrap it around the base and then put it around his neck.
Okay, there's a tall white building with statues. All right, I need you to take this.
No, I'm not
You
leaving.
need to go.
No, I'm not
Go,
leaving.
get your boy with precious cargo. Headed. F, where are those planes?
I'm really glad I got in that.
Decepticons!
Get out of here now!
Deserve to live. They deserve. Being silent.
Hey guys, today we're diving headfirst into the metallic, the explosive world of Transformers from 2007. This movie basically launched 1,000 toy sales and gave us a whole new reason to question whether our beat-up old car might actually be an alien robot. We're talking about the original live-action spectacle that brought giant transforming robots to the big screen with a bang. It's a journey of everyday teens, ancient wars, and some truly magnificent explosions. I put a lot of work into these, so if you like what you see, a like and a subscribe is always appreciated. No worries if not. So buckle up, because we're starting where it all began. The epic, galaxy-spanning conflict that introduced us to the Autobots and Decepticons. The story kicks off with a rapid-fire history lesson about Cybertron, a world forged from metallic innovation, but tragically torn apart by civil war. It all centered around the Allspark, the very source of life for these sentient machines, a cube of immense power that could create or destroy. This cosmic MacGuffin, a giant glowing cube, eventually gets lost, jettisoned into the vastness of space. Fast forward to the modern era, where the ripples of this ancient conflict are about to hit Earth with the force of a giant alien robot crashing into a military base. We're instantly thrown into chaos at a US Air Force base in Qatar, a stark contrast from the serene cosmic ballet of the intro. The desert air is thick with tension, then shattered by the screech of a transforming blackout, a truly massive Decepticon helicopter tearing through the defenses. The sheer clatter and boom of its transformation as it rips apart F-22 jets like they're paper planes sets a terrifying precedent. Soldiers are scrambling, the ground trembling with each heavy footfall and the concussive force of every explosion. This isn't your grandma's sci-fi. It's a full-on metallic assault where bullets merely ping off hardened chassis, and the roars of the Decepticon are practically rattling your teeth. It's a relentless, Visually stunning, an audibly deafening display of alien might, leaving you wondering how humanity could possibly stand a chance against something so overwhelmingly powerful.
Hold up.
Sam, I owe you. Couldn't save him. Oh, Brad. Your bravery.
No.
Gentlemen, the posed off. The Lorraine, coupled with sub-freezing temperatures.
Amidst the deafening roar and metallic crunch of Blackout's rampage, a much smaller, sneakier problem emerges. Like a tiny metal gremlin, the Decepticon named Frenzy detaches from Blackout's arm and slithers into the base's internal network. This little guy isn't about brute force. He's a digital ninja, a walking, talking malware package intent on cracking humanity's most sensitive secrets. You hear the high-pitched whir and clack of his nimble limbs as he interfaces with the computers, the rapid tap-tap-tap of stolen data flowing through wires. He's not just downloading files. He's actively searching for something specific, his optical sensors flickering with intense focus. It's a jarring shift from the physical devastation outside to this silent, chilling digital invasion. Colonel Sharp, the base commander, tries desperately to retrieve information from a scorched hard drive, the smell of burning electronics still hanging heavy in the air. The hiss of the damaged server sounds almost alive as they uncover a cryptic message, a series of coordinates and a familiar symbol. Right before Frenzy, having secured his prize, wreaks havoc on the network, deleting crucial files and leaving a digital wasteland in his wake. The whole sequence really highlights the multifaceted threat these aliens pose. Not just physical destruction, but cyber warfare that could cripple global communications in seconds. It's a bit like finding out your sophisticated firewall is actually a sieve. And the bad guys are already in your digital pantry, munching on all your secrets. And then, just as quickly as it began, Blackout transforms back into a jet and vanishes, leaving behind a scarred landscape and a bewildered military, clutching at the thin thread of a cryptic message, realizing they've just had their first terrifying encounter with a foe beyond their wildest imaginings. Meanwhile, far from the sandy war zones, we meet our quintessential awkward high school protagonist, Sam Witwicky. He's navigating the perils of adolescence, which, for him, largely involves trying to sell off his great-great-grandfather's eclectic collection of junk on eBay. You can almost smell the dust and old paper clinging to these artifacts of another era. The goal? To earn enough cash for his first car, a rite of passage for any American teenager. He rummages through boxes, the rustle of old documents and the clink of forgotten trinkets creating a homely, almost nostalgic soundscape. Among the curios, he finds a pair of ancient spectacles, the kind that might have belonged to a particularly distinguished, or perhaps just visually impaired, Victorian gentleman. They seem ordinary enough, but the camera lingers, hinting at their hidden significance. His great-great-grandfather, Archibald Witwicky, was an Arctic explorer, a detail that feels utterly mundane at first, like something you'd gloss over in a history textbook. But this little tidbit, this seemingly irrelevant piece of family lore, is about to become profoundly important. It's the kind of subtle foreshadowing that makes you go, "Oh, I see what you did there," much later on. The whole scene has a relatable, almost mundane quality, a stark contrast to the alien invasion we just witnessed. It's the calm before the storm, or more accurately, the awkward teenage fumbling before the giant alien robots show up. Little does Sam know his destiny, and indeed the fate of the entire world, is about to pivot on these very spectacles, linking his mundane ancestry to the cosmic war unfolding light years away. It's almost unfair how much pressure gets put on teenagers, isn't it? First, getting a car, then saving the world. Talk about multitasking. Following the devastating attack in Qatar, the US military is understandably in a panic. But before they can even process the sheer absurdity of a transforming robot jet, a new, equally shadowy force emerges. Agent Seymour Simmons and his team from Sector 7. These guys are the real men in black. Those sharp suits, even sharper attitudes, and an air of knowing exactly what's going on while simultaneously telling you nothing. You can practically feel the tension in the room as they grill the bewildered and injured soldiers. The snap of Simmons's commands and the almost imperceptible rustle of their official paperwork communicate an authority that bypasses normal military hierarchy. It's clear they've been operating in the dark, monitoring these alien threats for a long time, and their appearance signals that humanity already has some knowledge, albeit limited, of these interstellar visitors. They're not just interested in what happened, but why and who is responsible. Specifically asking about a symbol that matches the one found by the Qatar base commander. This scene is vital for world building, as it introduces the idea that the US government isn't entirely caught off guard. There's a secret history, a hidden network, and protocols for dealing with extraterrestrial biological entities, or, as we like to call them, giant alien robots. It creates a fascinating layer of conspiracy and clandestine operations, implying that humanity has been living on borrowed time, or at least living in blissful ignorance, while these covert organizations prepare for the inevitable. The dialogue is clipped, efficient, and dripping with an almost cynical weariness, as if they've been down this road many times before, and frankly, they're just tired of dealing with alien invasions before their morning coffee. It solidifies the idea that our heroes, Sam and Michaela, are about to stumble into a much larger, pre-existing conflict that extends far beyond their teenage dramas. Back in the realm of high school anxieties and parental lectures, Sam finally gets his car. But this isn't just any rusty old ride. Oh no, this is the car that chose him. At the dealership, among the glistening, predictable new models, sits a beaten-up canary yellow Chevrolet Camaro. It's a glorious mess, radiating a certain rebellious charm like a punk rock band in a sea of pop acts. You can almost feel the worn seats and smell the faint, indefinable scent of decades of previous owners. As Sam approaches, the car's radio, seemingly of its own accord, starts cycling through stations, playing specific song snippets that eerily respond to Sam's thoughts. It's less a car and more a passive-aggressive DJ with a secret agenda. The click and whir of the radio dial changing, the abrupt start and stop of pop songs, create a wonderfully quirky and mysterious auditory landscape. It's genuinely funny, and a clever way to introduce the fact that this car is alive without immediately revealing its true form. Sam's dad, bless his heart, is just happy Sam found something to get him to school, oblivious to the fact that his son has just acquired a sentient alien bodyguard. This interaction sets the stage for the true reveal, planting seeds of doubt and wonder. It's classic world building through subtle hints and escalating weirdness, making us, the audience, lean in closer and think, wait a minute, is that car talking? The joy of a first car, mixed with the unsettling notion of it being a highly advanced alien scout, makes for a perfectly balanced, engaging scene. It's enough to make you eye your own vehicle with a newfound suspicion, wondering if it's silently judging your driving skills, or worse, plotting global domination. Enter Michaela Baines, effortlessly cool, mechanically adept, and a welcome antithesis to Sam's social anxieties. We first see her hands expertly clanking around a truck engine, a smear of grease on her cheek, exuding competence and a quiet confidence that completely disarms Sam. He, of course, tries to impress her with his new ride, and only for Bumblebee to prove he's not just a car, but a rather possessive, slightly stalkerish robot. The car's strange antics, like locking itself up or accelerating without Sam's input, are subtly creepy, but also undeniably funny. You hear the growl of the engine as it suddenly speeds up, the click of the door locks, all orchestrated by an unseen intelligence. The scene brilliantly balances teen romance awkwardness with the burgeoning mystery of Bumblebee's true nature. Later, when Michaela needs a ride, she reluctantly accepts Sam's offer, stepping into the Camaro. The interior, with its worn-in smell and the constant unnerving shifts in radio stations, must be a sensory overload for her. This is where the world building shifts from government secrets to the immediate personal impact on Sam's life. He's not just getting a girlfriend, he's bringing her into the orbit of an alien war. The dynamic between Sam and Michaela is instantly captivating, her no-nonsense pragmatism clashing perfectly with Sam's endearing dorkiness. Their initial interactions are punctuated by the mechanical quirks of the car, which serves as a constant underlying hum of suspense. It's a classic boy meets girl, boy has alien robot car scenario, where the alien robot car part is slowly but surely taking center stage, adding layers of bizarre wonder to a typically mundane high school setting. It's definitely not your average first date material, unless outrunning government agents is your idea of a romantic evening. The moment we've all been waiting for arrives, Bumblebee's magnificent reveal. After being aggressively pursued by a mysterious black police car, which, let's be honest, looked suspicious from the get-go, because when is a random police car ever good news in a movie like this? Sam and Michaela find themselves cornered in a deserted alleyway. The air is thick with the screech of tires and the thump of the police car closing in. Just when all hope seems lost, Sam's beloved, slightly odd Camaro begins to shift. The metallic groan and clank as panels slide, windows retract, and chassis rearrange themselves is nothing short of breathtaking. It's a symphony of engineered chaos, each transforming component moving with incredible precision and a terrifying sense of power. The visual of the Camaro growing, stretching, and reshaping itself into a towering, battle-ready robot is absolutely iconic, a spectacle that still holds up. The whirring and clicking of its internal gears are almost audible, creating a sense of mechanical life. Bumblebee, now in his full Autobot glory, lets out a series of frantic, distorted beeps and clicks. His vocal processor damaged, but his message clear. I'm here to protect you, even if I have to scare the living daylights out of you first. This scene isn't just a spectacle. It's a pivotal world-building moment, shattering the mundane reality of Sam and Michaela's lives and thrusting them directly into the heart of the alien conflict. It's a fantastic blend of wonder and terror, as the sheer scale and power of these beings are made undeniably real. The implications are enormous. Alien life exists. It's intelligent, it can hide in plain sight, and it's been on Earth all along. Talk about a glow-up for a beat-up car. And just when you think you've seen it all, a small but significant detail, the pursuing police car also transforms, revealing itself as the menacing Decepticon, Barricade, who then aggressively questions Sam about his eBay username, Ladies Man to Stevenin. A little light-hearted villainy never hurt anyone, right? So, turns out, a giant transforming robot revealing itself in a busy city alleyway tends to draw a bit of attention. Go figure. After Barricade's brief interrogation and subsequent attempt to turn Sam and Michaela into organic pancakes, Bumblebee, ever the protector, scoops them up and speeds off. The chase is on, and it's a frantic, heart-pounding sequence where the sleek yellow Camaro weaves through traffic with impossible agility. You hear the roar of its engine, the squeal of tires, and the almost constant thump, thump, thump of incoming helicopter blades as Sector 7 agents with their ever-present black SUVs close in. The stakes are instantly elevated. Sam and Michaela are no longer just running from one angry robot, but from the combined might of the US military and a clandestine government agency. It's a wild ride, with the camera often placed inside Bumblebee, giving us a jarring, immersive sense of the speed and danger. The whiz of bullets and the distant crack of gunfire underscore the perilous situation. This entire chase sequence reinforces the world-building notion that humanity, despite its advanced weaponry, is still largely unprepared for these alien incursions. The Sector 7 agents, with their high-tech gear and grim determination, represent humanity's desperate attempt to control what it doesn't understand. The chase culminates with a concussive thud as Bumblebee is hit, causing him to careen off the road and crash into a canyon. The shatter of glass, the grind of metal, and the sudden jarring silence afterwards create a moment of genuine fear for our human protagonists. Bumblebee, despite his incredible resilience, is clearly hurt, lying prone amidst the dust and debris. This vulnerability makes the audience connect even more deeply with these mechanical titans, highlighting that even they aren't invincible. It also sets the stage for the arrival of more players, turning a small-scale chase into a much larger global event. It's a classic action movie trope, but executed with such kinetic energy and visual flair that you can't help but be completely engrossed. Just as Sector 7 agents, with their familiar thump of boots on dusty ground, are about to subdue the damaged Bumblebee and capture Sam and Michaela, the sky lights up. A spectacular cosmic ballet unfolds as 4 fiery meteors streak across the heavens, each one crashing into the canyon with a ground-shaking boom. This isn't just an arrival. It's a dramatic entrance, a heroic intervention that perfectly balances the tension of the preceding chase. From the settling dust, 4 more gigantic alien robots emerge, each transforming with the now familiar yet still awe-inspiring metallic symphony of clanks, whirs, and groans. These are the main players. Optimus Prime, a paragon of courage and leadership. Jazz, the agile music-loving warrior. Ironhide, the heavily armed demolitions expert. And Ratchet, the compassionate medic. The sheer scale of them, the thud of their heavy footsteps echoing through the canyon, is overwhelming. They introduce themselves, and it's Optimus Prime's voice that truly commands attention. His deep, resonant tones, dripping with authority and ancient wisdom, explain their mission. They are Autobots, refugees from Cybertron, hunting for the Allspark, and they are here to protect humanity from the Decepticons. This scene is the ultimate world-building moment, explicitly laying out the core conflict, the history, and the stakes. It shifts the narrative from individual encounters to a full-blown interstellar war playing out on Earth. The human characters are now face-to-face with the entire concept of the Transformers, absorbing a lifetime of alien lore in a matter of minutes. The initial terror gives way to a sense of awe and hope, as these towering protectors stand ready to defend them. It's a moment of pure spectacle and exposition, delivered with gravitas and the impressive visual effects that truly define the film. And honestly, who wouldn't feel a little safer with Optimus Prime standing guard? He just exudes hero from every metallic joint. Even the Sector 7 agents, who seemed so imposing moments ago, are reduced to stunned onlookers, their own secret mission suddenly dwarfed by the grand arrival. With the introductions out of the way, the Autobots take Sam and Mikaela to a secluded spot for an emergency history lesson. This is where the world building really gets chunky, like a well-made sci-fi stew. Optimus Prime, standing tall and imposing, yet surprisingly gentle, projects holographic images that shimmer with ethereal light and a faint hum. He recounts the full, tragic saga of Cybertron, a metallic planet that hummed with life until the war, a tale of brother against brother, of factions fighting over the very essence of their existence. The Allspark, he explains, is not just a power source. It's a Genesis matrix, capable of giving life to machines and corrupting any technology it touches. The whoosh of the holographic images changing, the intricate details of a dying Cybertron projected before them, creates a powerful visual narrative. It's a lot to take in for two teenagers who were, just hours ago, concerned with high school drama and car payments. Sam's ancestor, Archibald Witwicky, unknowingly stumbled upon a frozen Megatron, the tyrannical leader of the Decepticons, who had followed the Allspark to Earth centuries ago. The coordinates to the Allspark's current location were then etched onto Archibald's spectacles, a detail that must have felt utterly insane to Sam. The clink of the old glasses, now holding the key to universal salvation or destruction, adds a tactile layer to the grand narrative. This exposition-heavy scene is crucial for grounding the fantastical elements, making the alien war understandable and immediate. It establishes the gravity of the situation and the critical role Sam now plays, not just as a witness, but as a central figure in a cosmic battle that has unwittingly landed on his doorstep. The Autobots' solemn faces and Optimus's grave voice emphasize the immense responsibility. It's the kind of information dump that surprisingly doesn't feel like an info dump, thanks to the sheer visual spectacle and the palpable stakes. And let's be real, having a giant robot project a history lesson is infinitely cooler than any boring old textbook, isn't it? While our heroes are getting their history lesson, the Decepticons are, predictably, not twiddling their metallic thumbs. Frenzy, that annoying little digital pest from the Qatar attack, has survived, proving that some villains are just annoyingly persistent. Now, in a truly inspired piece of covert infiltration, he transforms into a compact, nondescript mobile phone. The click of his transformation is almost silent, making him virtually undetectable as he's smuggled into the highly secured Pentagon. This is world building through technological fear. The idea that these aliens can mimic our tech perfectly, making them invisible enemies. Inside the Pentagon, he unleashes digital havoc, his small frame darting through the complex wiring. The whirring of his internal mechanisms, a high-pitched buzz against the hushed tones of the military operations. He hacks into the military's global network, his optical sensors flickering rapidly as he sifts through terabytes of classified data. The sound of rapid data processing, almost like a frantic, buzzing insect, fills the air. He's relentlessly searching for the Allspark, cross-referencing Archibald Witwicky's glasses, which they somehow also know about, and the coordinates. The sequence is a tense demonstration of the Decepticons' intelligence and their diverse tactical approaches, highlighting that they're not just about brute force. They are masters of espionage, capable of crippling a nation's infrastructure from within. The fear isn't just about giant robots stomping on cities. It's about the erosion of trust in technology itself. If your phone can be a villainous robot, what's safe anymore? This digital infiltration adds a layer of cyberpunk paranoia to the already high-stakes alien invasion narrative. And, let's be honest, it probably made everyone check their phones a little more carefully after seeing the movie. It's a chilling reminder that the war isn't just fought with fists and lasers. It's fought in the circuits and the data streams too. Frenzy, the digital menace, successfully transmits his findings to the other Decepticons. The revelation sends a ripple of dread through the already tense atmosphere. The Allspark, the very object of their galactic war, isn't just on Earth. It's been hidden in plain sight, under the watchful eye of humanity, for decades. We cut to General Morschauer, a man whose face bears the weary lines of 1,000 sleepless nights, pointing to a holographic map. His finger lands squarely on the Hoover Dam. The hum of the projection, the stark lines of the dam, and the implication of what lies beneath it create an immediate sense of monumental significance. The Hoover Dam isn't just a feat of engineering. It's a massive, covert government facility, a testament to human ingenuity in hiding the incomprehensible. This reveal is a magnificent piece of world building, transforming a well-known landmark into a secret vault for an alien artifact. It adds a layer of historical intrigue, suggesting that the US government has been aware of alien presence, or at least its relics, for a very long time. The weight of the secret, the sheer logistical nightmare of concealing something of such immense power for so long, is almost mind-boggling. It effectively merges the alien narrative with existing human history and infrastructure, making the fantastical feel strangely grounded. The location choice is also a clever nod to the scale of the threat. Only a structure as colossal as the Hoover Dam could house something so cosmically important. The realization that the Decepticons now know this location creates an immediate ticking clock, a sense of impending doom that drives the narrative forward with relentless urgency. It's the moment where all the scattered pieces of the puzzle, Archibald's glasses, the military attack, Sam's awkward life, finally click into terrifying place. It's almost like finding out your local library actually houses a portal to another dimension, and the bad guys just got the library card. Deep within the reinforced concrete and hidden caverns of the Hoover Dam, another incredible secret is unveiled, one that truly ratchets up the stakes. Here, encased in a state of cryogenic suspension, lies Megatron himself, the towering, malevolent leader of the Decepticons. His immense metallic form, still and lifeless for centuries, is a chilling spectacle. The hiss of the cooling systems and the faint, almost imperceptible hum of the energy keeping him frozen create an eerie atmosphere. He's been dormant, a sleeping giant, ever since crashing to Earth millennia ago, a cosmic fly in amber. But Frenzy's successful transmission of the Allspark's location, combined with its palpable energy signature, acts like a jolt of pure electrical current. You hear a low, guttural groan, a sound that vibrates through the very foundations of the dam as Megatron begins to stir. The ice around him cracks and shatters, little shards falling like metallic snow, revealing the scarred, formidable chassis beneath. His optical sensors, once dark and lifeless, flicker to malevolent red, a truly terrifying sight. This awakening is a masterclass in building tension and revealing a truly ancient, terrifying evil. It confirms that the Decepticon threat isn't just a few rogue robots. It's an organized, strategic force led by a supreme, ruthless intelligence. The sheer power radiating from him, even in his partially revived state, is immense, a dark counterpart to the life-giving energy of the Allspark. The world building here is critical, establishing the long history of the Cybertronian war on Earth, and providing a tangible, imposing antagonist that dwarfs even the combined might of the Autobots. It's not just a fight for a cube anymore. It's a fight against the embodiment of destruction, the source of all the chaos. It's like finding out that not only is the big bad guy alive, but he's been chilling out in your local hydroelectric power plant, waiting for his cue. Talk about a rude awakening, both for him and for humanity. Even after Optimus Prime delivers his eloquent, gravely voiced warnings about the dangers of the Allspark falling into Decepticon hands, Sector 7, in their infinite wisdom, decides to stick to their established protocol. And by protocol, I mean capture and contain anything shiny and alien. It's a classic example of humanity, thinking it knows best, making things infinitely worse. You can practically hear Optimus's sigh of resignation, if giant robots could sigh. The agents, with their typical overzealous efficiency, unleash a barrage of high-powered tasers on poor Bumblebee. The crackle of electricity, the thud as he collapses, temporarily disabled, is a truly painful moment. He's a protector, a hero, and watching him fall feels like a betrayal. Sam and Michaela, naturally, are distraught and quickly apprehended, their protests falling on deaf ears. The other Autobots, in a display of their adherence to Optimus's non-aggression pact with humanity, stand down, allowing themselves to be captured and restrained. It's a critical world-building moment, highlighting the complex relationship between humans and their alien guests. While the Autobots are here to protect, humanity's default response to the unknown is often fear and control. The scene is filled with the clink of metal restraints, the thump of heavy doors closing, and the rumble of the convoy transporting them all to the ultimate black site, the Hoover Dam. The irony is thick enough to cut with a rusty butter knife. They're delivering the very key to the universe's destruction, along with its protectors, straight to the place where its destroyer is awakening. This entire sequence builds tension and showcases the hubris of humanity. It also gives our heroes a compelling reason to break out and take matters into their own hands. You almost want to shout at the screen, "Guys, listen to the giant talking truck. He knows things." But alas, narrative necessitates a temporary setback, and what a setback it is, setting the stage for the explosive climax to come. With Megatron now awake and radiating malevolent energy beneath the Hoover Dam, and the Allspark practically within his grasp, it's time for the Decepticon reunion tour. High above the Nevada desert, the sky darkens as a terrifying swarm of Decepticon jets screeches into view, their engines roaring with an ominous hunger. Starscream, Megatron's conniving second-in-command, leads the charge, his metallic shriek cutting through the air. The other Decepticons, Bonecrusher, Brawl, Scorponok, are all there, converging with a singular purpose: reclaim the Allspark and unleash its destructive power. The sheer scale of their arrival is breathtaking, a cacophony of whirs, clanks, and engine thrusts as they transform midair, plummeting towards the dam with a terrifying, unified intent. It's an aerial assault on a grand scale, the boom of their impact echoing across the vast landscape. This scene is a massive payoff for all the build-up, transforming the covert alien conflict into an overt, full-blown war. The world building here expands from individual encounters to a global threat, showcasing the combined might of the Decepticon army. It highlights the technological superiority and overwhelming force of these alien invaders, making humanity's struggle feel even more desperate. Inside the dam, the alarms begin to blare with a piercing urgency, signaling to everyone, humans and captive Autobots alike, that the fight has truly begun. The sense of dread is palpable, as the previously impenetrable fortress suddenly feels vulnerable, like a tin can about to be crushed. The thud of explosions against the dam walls, the clatter of falling debris, all contribute to a sensory overload of impending destruction. It's the kind of moment that makes you grip your seat and brace yourself, knowing that everything is about to go spectacularly, gloriously wrong. And honestly, for a movie called Transformers, this is where the transforming really hits its stride. As the world braces for impact, chaos erupts within the Hoover Dam. With Megatron stirring and the Decepticons tearing through the outer defenses, the military realizes their containment plan for the Autobots was, shall we say, less than ideal. In a moment of sheer, gratifying relief, Bumblebee is finally freed from his excruciating restraints. You can almost feel the satisfying snap of the chains breaking, the whir of his servos as he stretches, eager for a fight. He doesn't just walk out. He blasts through a reinforced concrete wall with a thunderous crash, creating an escape route for the other Autobots and our human protagonists. The Autobots, now unleashed, burst forth, their powerful thuds echoing through this facility as they charge into action. The chase is immediate and intense, a mad dash through the dam's twisting corridors as they try to secure the Allspark and get it to safety. The clatter of gunfire, the roar of transforming robots, and the shouts of scrambling soldiers fill the air. Megatron, now fully revived, lets out a guttural roar that shakes the entire structure, making his presence known. He's no longer a frozen relic. He's a force of unbridled destruction, a metallic predator on the hunt. The narrative rapidly shifts to the streets of Mission City, a bustling urban landscape that is about to become a war zone. The Allspark is being transported by a convoy, with the Autobots providing protection, but the Decepticons are hot on their heels. The screech of tires, the boom of explosions, and the clang of metal on metal signal the beginning of the film's grand, climactic battle. This is world building through sheer, unadulterated action, showcasing the clash of two distinct alien cultures, with humanity caught in the middle. The meticulous planning of Sector 7, the careful containment of Megatron, all comes undone in a glorious, destructive symphony. It's a perfect illustration of how quickly carefully laid plans can unravel when giant alien robots are involved. It's the kind of high-octane spectacle that reminds you exactly why you came to see a Transformers movie in the first place. The battle for the Allspark erupts onto the unsuspecting streets of Mission City, turning a mundane urban landscape into a devastating arena. The sheer scale of destruction is immediate and overwhelming. Imagine the morning commute suddenly interrupted by a gargantuan construction vehicle transforming into a raging, metallic monster. That's Bone Crusher for you, barreling down the highway with a terrifying clang and grind, tearing through everything in his path, flinging cars aside like toys. The screech of twisted metal, the shatter of glass, and the desperate shouts of civilians create a chaotic, panic-stricken atmosphere. This isn't a surgical strike. It's a bulldozer of destruction. Optimus Prime, ever the protector, confronts Bone Crusher in a brutal, bone-shaking duel. You hear the heavy thud of their blows, the metallic scrape as they grapple, each punch echoing with immense power. It's a clash of titans, demonstrating the Autobots' commitment to protecting humanity, even as the city crumbles around them. Meanwhile, Brawl, another heavily armed Decepticon, lives up to his name, laying waste to entire city blocks with a relentless barrage of gunfire and explosions. The rat-a-tat-tat of his cannons and the concussive boom of his missiles create a relentless auditory assault. The visual impact of buildings collapsing and vehicles erupting in flames is constant, emphasizing the overwhelming destructive capability of the Decepticons. This scene is pivotal for world building, as it showcases the sheer, unbridled chaos a full-scale Transformer battle can unleash on a modern city. It underscores the fragility of human civilization when confronted with such advanced, powerful alien warfare. The Autobots are outnumbered, constantly fighting to protect innocent lives while trying to complete their mission. It's a testament to their unwavering heroism, but also a stark reminder of the terrifying power of their enemies. It feels less like a movie battle and more like watching a natural disaster unfold, except this disaster has menacing red eyes and a penchant for turning cars into confetti. Talk about a bad traffic day. With the city dissolving into a maelstrom of metal and fire, the plan shifts to a desperate gamble. Get the Allspark to Optimus Prime so he can use its power. And who better to carry the fate of the universe than a slightly awkward teenager who just got his driver's license? Sam Witwicky, clutching the glowing, humming Allspark, which, let's be honest, looks a bit like a cosmic Rubik's Cube, suddenly finds himself the most important and most hunted person on Earth. The thrum of the cube's energy is almost a character itself, pulsating with immense power in his hands. He sprints through the debris-strewn streets, the crunch of shattered concrete beneath his feet, and the whiz of laser fire just inches from his head. The air is thick with the smell of ozone and burning fuel, the roar of transforming robots, and the constant clang of metal on metal creating a terrifying soundtrack to his desperate dash. He's dodging collapsing buildings, narrowly avoiding the sweeping limbs of giant robots, and probably questioning every life choice that led him to this very insane moment. This sequence is a masterclass in elevating a human character amidst a giant robot brawl. Sam, despite his small stature, becomes the focal point, embodying human courage and resilience in the face of insurmountable odds. It's a critical piece of world building, demonstrating that even with planet-shattering conflicts, the individual choices of a single, determined human can tip the balance. His journey through the war-torn city, with the Allspark literally burning in his hands, is a testament to the idea that heroism isn't just about size or power. It's about courage and conviction. He's basically playing interstellar hot potato with the literal source of life, and everyone else wants to catch it. You can almost feel the adrenaline pumping, the frantic beat of his heart mirroring the urgency of the moment. And frankly, trying to run through a giant robot battle holding the universe's most coveted artifact? That's a story to tell the grandkids, assuming he makes it out alive. As Sam desperately races through the urban inferno, the skies belong to the Decepticons, specifically to the treacherous and incredibly powerful Starscream. He's a jet, but not just any jet. He's a screaming, missile-launching, flying harbinger of doom. The sonic boom of his passes, the whoosh of air displacement, and the terrifying shriek of his engines as he carves through the sky are constant reminders of the Decepticons' absolute air superiority. He transforms mid-flight with a violent clank and whir, dropping into robot mode only long enough to unleash a devastating volley of missiles and cannon fire before transforming back and soaring away, a metallic ghost in the clouds. The Autobots, mostly ground-based, are at a severe disadvantage, constantly looking up, their heavy frames ill-suited for the agile aerial combat Starscream specializes in. You hear the crump of his missiles hitting targets, the ping of bullets deflecting off Autobot armor, and the desperate shouts of Optimus trying to coordinate defenses. This scene effectively builds the world of Cybertronian warfare by showcasing the distinct combat styles and technological advantages of each faction. Starscream is the embodiment of Decepticon cunning and destructive aerial power, making him a formidable antagonist. His cold, calculating movements, the way he toys with the Autobots before striking, underscore the ruthless efficiency of Megatron's forces. It's not just a brawl, it's a strategic aerial assault, demonstrating that the Decepticons fight smart as well as hard. It's almost like watching a really advanced game of Keep Away, where the away part involves a lot of explosions and property damage. The sheer kinetic energy of Starscream's movements, the metallic shudder as he shifts forms, makes him a truly terrifying presence, a constant threat from above that keeps our heroes on their metallic toes. He's arguably the coolest character design for a Decepticon jet, and he sure knows how to make an entrance and an exit and another entrance, just to mess with you amidst the city-wide carnage, with giant robots clanging and smashing. Mikaela Banes steps up in a major way. Demonstrating her mechanical prowess and sheer bravery, she commandeers a tow truck, because when you need to move a giant, wounded alien robot, a standard sedan just isn't going to cut it. The groan of the tow truck's engine, the clank of its gears as she expertly maneuvers it through the chaos, creates a raw, visceral contrast to the high-tech warfare around them. Sam is with her, still clutching the Allspark, probably offering moral support and the occasional panicked yelp. Their mission, rescue Bumblebee, who, after several brutal encounters, is badly damaged and struggling. You hear the frantic beeps and whirs from Bumblebee as they approach, signaling his distress, but also his renewed hope. This segment of the battle highlights humanity's vital role, proving that even without transforming abilities or laser cannons, courage and ingenuity can make a difference. It's a testament to Mikaela's character, her willingness to charge into certain death to save a friend, even if that friend is a gigantic alien car. The screech of the tow truck's tires, the thump of debris hitting the windshield, all contribute to a sense of desperate urgency. This isn't just about the Autobots' fight. It's about the humans actively participating, earning their place alongside the giant metal heroes. It's world-building through active human agency, showing that people aren't just helpless bystanders in this cosmic war. They are crucial players, capable of surprising feats of bravery. It's also a nice little moment of human-robot bonding, a quieter, more personal fight within the larger, cataclysmic war. And honestly, who knew a tow truck could be so cool? Mikaela certainly made it look easy. Probably a skill she picked up from, being awesome. Amidst the urban sprawl turning to rubble, Optimus Prime finds himself locked in a truly savage duel with Bone Crusher on a busy highway. This isn't just a skirmish. It's a raw, visceral clash of metal, a ballet of destruction. The screech of twisted steel, the crunch of concrete underfoot, and the groan of their powerful frames as they collide reverberate through the air. Optimus, with his unwavering resolve, battles with a fluidity and power that belies his size. He's a tactical genius, but also a formidable warrior. Bone Crusher, a hulking mass of brute force and jagged edges, relentlessly attacks, his blades scraping and clanging against Optimus's armor. The fight is intense, filled with heavy thuds and the whiz of deflected blows. But Optimus, in a moment of pure, unadulterated badassery, grabs Bone Crusher, lifts him, and with a horrifying RIP, tears his arm clean off. The metallic shudder and the subsequent crash as Bone Crusher falls, defeated, is incredibly impactful. It's a shocking display of Optimus's immense strength and his willingness to fight dirty when necessary to protect humanity. This specific battle is a critical piece of world building, showcasing the sheer brutality of Cybertronian combat. It demonstrates that while the Autobots are protectors, they are also seasoned warriors, capable of devastating force when pushed. The quick, decisive victory is a moment of triumph for Optimus, but it also serves as a stark reminder of the deadly stakes involved in this war. The silence that follows Bone Crusher's demise, punctuated only by the distant roar of other battles, is deafening, leaving you breathless. It's the kind of fight that makes you lean forward, jaw slightly agape, thinking, did he just do that? And the answer is a resounding, satisfying, yes. Yes, he did. You wouldn't want to be on Optimus Prime's bad side, that's for sure. He's got that gentle giant until provoked vibe down perfectly. As the battle reaches its fever pitch, a moment of profound tragedy unfolds. Jazz, the coolest, most agile, and perpetually optimistic Autobot, bravely confronts the monstrous Megatron. It's a David and Goliath situation, only this Goliath is a planet-destroying robot with centuries of combat experience. You hear Jazz's quick, agile pings and clinks as he darts around the massive Decepticon, trying to land blows, but Megatron is simply too powerful, too immense. The air crackles with tension as Megatron, with a guttural snarl, grabs Jazz. The horrifying squeal of tortured metal, the unbearable groan of Jazz's chassis as he is slowly, agonizingly stretched, sends shivers down your spine. Then, with a sickening, unforgettable RIP, Megatron tears Jazz completely in half. The sound is visceral, a metallic shriek of utter destruction, and the two halves of Jazz's body clatter to the ground, lifeless. It's a brutal, sudden, and utterly shocking death, highlighting Megatron's ruthless cruelty and overwhelming power. This scene is a painful but crucial piece of world building. It establishes the incredibly high stakes of the war and the very real possibility of Autobot casualties. It reinforces Megatron as a truly terrifying antagonist, capable of casual, horrific violence. It also adds a layer of emotional depth to the conflict, demonstrating that these aren't just robots fighting. They are sentient beings who feel loss and pain. The silence that follows Jazz's demise, just for a moment, is more powerful than any explosion, a poignant underscore of the cost of this war. It's a heartbreaking loss, a reminder that even the bravest among them can fall, and it galvanizes the remaining Autobots and humans to fight even harder. Poor Jazz. He truly went out with a bang, just not the kind he probably wanted. It's a harsh dose of reality in a movie full of fantastical elements. The battle culminates in the ultimate showdown, Optimus Prime versus Megatron. The very fate of Earth, and indeed the Allspark itself, hangs in the balance as these two titans clash on a crumbling skyscraper rooftop. The air is thick with the smell of burnt metal and the crackle of energy. Every thud of their heavy blows, every clang of metal on metal, sends shockwaves through the very foundations of the building. This isn't a fight. It's a seismic event. Megatron, fueled by centuries of hatred and the proximity of the Allspark, fights with a savage ferocity, his powerful blows raining down on Optimus. The whiz of his flail, the rip of structural steel, showcases his destructive intent. Optimus, though smaller, matches him blow for blow, his unwavering courage and tactical brilliance shining through. You hear the deep groan of Optimus's frame as he takes hits, but he never falters. This duel is the emotional and physical apex of the film's world building, showcasing the ultimate conflict between good and evil, embodied by these two iconic leaders. It's a clash of ideologies, Optimus fighting for freedom and sentient life, Megatron for domination and raw power. The choreography is incredible, each movement conveying immense weight and power, the camera often sweeping around them, making you feel the concussive force of every impact. The shudder of the building beneath their weight, the ping of debris flying off, amplifies the sense of colossal destruction. It's an epic struggle where the sound design is as crucial as the visuals, immersing you fully in the raw power of their fight. The stakes are clear. If Optimus falls, Earth is doomed. It's a truly exhilarating and terrifying display of Cybertronian warfare at its most personal and devastating. It's like watching two mountains try to punch each other, only these mountains can transform and shoot lasers. Just another Tuesday for the Autobots, I guess. With Optimus Prime severely wounded and Megatron poised for a final, crushing blow, it all comes down to Sam. The Allspark, still glowing with immense power, is in his trembling hands. In a moment of sheer, desperate courage, Sam makes a snap decision, realizing the only way to stop Megatron and prevent the Allspark from being used for evil is to destroy it. You hear Sam's ragged gasps for breath, the frantic beat of his heart almost audible against the backdrop of the dying battle. He bravely scrambles up a crumbling structure, closing the distance to the colossal Megatron. With a primal yell of determination, Sam shoves the Allspark directly into Megatron's exposed chest. The reaction is instantaneous and cataclysmic. A blinding flash of blue energy, a deafening roar of feedback, and an ear-splitting scream of tortured metal erupts from Megatron as the Allspark's immense power is unleashed against its own kind. The cube shatters, its life-giving energy consumed in a devastating explosion, and Megatron collapses, finally silenced, his reign of terror ended. It's a moment of immense sacrifice and profound consequence, world building at its most impactful. The destruction of the Allspark means no more new Transformers can be created, effectively ending their ability to replenish their numbers, but it also removes the ultimate weapon from the Decepticons' grasp. Sam, the unassuming teenager, has effectively won the war, albeit at a monumental cost. The sudden, eerie silence after the explosion, save for the hiss of settling dust and the distant groans of battle-weary robots, is powerful. It's a bittersweet victory, a testament to human bravery, but a somber reminder of what was lost. He might not have transforming abilities, but Sam certainly proved he has the spark, literally and figuratively. In the quiet, dust-settling aftermath of the Mission City battle, the scale of the destruction is sobering. Buildings are hollowed-out shells, streets are cratered, and the smell of burnt rubber and scorched metal hangs heavy in the air. The military, ever efficient in damage control, swiftly moves to contain the narrative, spinning tales of gas explosions and natural disasters. Because, let's face it, giant alien robots fought a war in our city is a tough sell for the evening news. We see the remaining Autobots, weary but triumphant, standing alongside their human allies. Optimus Prime, his voice resonating with both gravitas and a touch of melancholy, reflects on the Allspark's destruction. The hiss of air from his joints as he moves, the deep rumble of his engine, underscores his immense presence. He declares that while the Allspark is gone, the Autobots have found a new home and a new purpose on Earth, vowing to protect humanity from any remaining Decepticon threats. This scene beautifully wraps up the initial world building, cementing the Autobots' role as Earth's protectors and establishing a new paradigm for human-alien interaction. It's a hopeful, yet thoughtful conclusion, recognizing the sacrifices made and the profound changes that have occurred. The clank of Ratchet, tending to injured humans, the quiet hum of Bumblebee, now fully recovered, all contribute to a sense of a new, albeit fragile, peace. Sector 7 is disbanded, their secretive operations now exposed and rendered largely obsolete by the overt presence of the Autobots. The world has changed forever, and humanity now shares its planet with mechanical giants, its destiny intertwined with a galactic war. It's a poignant end to a whirlwind adventure, leaving you with a sense of wonder and the promise of more stories to come. The rustle of the breeze through the devastated city, mingling with the quiet resolve of the Autobots, makes for a truly impactful closing image. It's less about cleaning up the mess and more about building a new future together. Just when you think the dust has settled and the credits are about to roll, the movie reminds us that evil, much like that one annoying friend who never knows when to leave a party, is remarkably persistent. In a final, chilling shot, we see Starscream, the treacherous Decepticon air commander, transforming into his sleek F-22 jet form with a decisive clang. He then screams into the upper atmosphere, his engines roaring defiantly, and breaks free of Earth's gravity, disappearing into the cold vacuum of space. The whoosh of his ascent, the tiny speck he becomes against the vast darkness, carries a powerful message. He's not defeated. He's merely retreated, a wounded animal waiting to strike again. This final scene is pure world-building setup, a perfectly executed stinger that ensures the audience knows the war is far from over. It establishes that while Megatron is gone, the Decepticon threat is still very real, lurking in the shadows of the cosmos, ready to return. It creates a lingering sense of unease, a reminder that peace is fragile and vigilance is key. The loneliness of Starscream's flight, the isolation of his metallic form against the infinite stars, emphasizes the vastness of the universe and the unknown dangers that still exist beyond Earth's protective atmosphere. It's a brilliant way to end, not with a definitive conclusion, but with a wide-open door to future adventures and continued conflict. The movie effectively says, "You think that was epic? Just wait. And it works, leaving you with that satisfying click of anticipation. It's thoughtful, it's a bit ominous, and it perfectly sets the stage for the sequels that inevitably followed. The fight for Earth's future, it seems, has just begun.